I've taken some time to welcome people who are joining us from Zoom, but we're also now streaming live on Facebook. For any of our Facebook friends who are joining us now, good morning, almost good afternoon, welcome. We'll be starting our event and program in just a few minutes. We're just giving everyone the chance to jump in and not start too early. So thank you for your patience. We're thrilled to have you, and we'll be starting in just a few minutes.
Okay, before we start, I was just told that my grandparents are having a hard time getting on, so can we wait a couple minutes?
And I just got a message from our CEO that she is not able to get in.
Yes. So Sonya, the answer to that is, of course, I've told you, for everyone who's watching, Sonya is obviously my boss. We do everything she says. So we will make sure we troubleshoot that. We will not start without your grandparents. And Barbara, if you want to send Parker a note if there's any problems, she can assist. In the new COVID world we all live in, Zoom is wonderful and allows us to connect, but we all understand little hiccups or challenges. We will certainly resolve them and appreciate everyone who's tuning in, being patient with us as we just make sure, can't have a wish without grandma and grandpa. So just give us a little bit and we'll be starting. We still have a couple minutes till start time, so we'll resolve that. Sorry, I was talking to the screen and I was muted. It's as if I've never done this for the last 4 months. Apologies, everyone. So I was just saying good morning to anyone who is joining us now via Facebook or Zoom. We're just allowing all our guests to jump in and also making sure that Sonya's grandparents are on. We're making sure to do technical support for that. So we will be starting just in the next couple minutes here, but thank you for your patience. We promise you everything that Sonya has to share with you is worth the wait. So give us a couple more minutes, we'll take it away and start our program.
Are you going to leave us on mute until it's our turn to talk?
Just hopping back for a little update. We are just working with Sonya's grandparents right now, so everybody just hang tight with us. We just want to make sure that they get the tech support they need from the Make-A-Wish team. So give us just a minute and we'll make sure that they join and then we'll take it away. Thank you all for joining. We'll thank you many times throughout this program. But we have a great group of folks joining us via Zoom and or by Facebook Live. And I said this early on as people were joining, but I'll reiterate it now and then I'll reiterate it again. I'm sure at some point when we're wrapping up the program, which is that each one of you have joined us this afternoon is part of Sonya's wish. You're not only supporting her, but now you are official or unofficial wish granters. So we are so thrilled to have you, so grateful for your support, and it's going to certainly ensure that Sonya knows that she is the star that we all know she is. So thank you again for your patience, and as soon as we have Grandma and Grandpa on, we will take it away. So we'll be starting in just a few minutes here. Thank you again. As we're wrapping up all our technical support, I will also mention that the Make-A-Wish team will make this video available not only on our social media channels that most people are familiar with, of course, which are, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, of course, but we will also load this to our YouTube page. So if you're a supporter and you had a family member or colleague or anyone else who wasn't able to join us live today, we will be sharing a link to the YouTube video so that you can share this broadly post-wish today. So we encourage you to check that out. We'll certainly make everything available on our social media channels, as I said, within the next 24 hours. So once again, thanks to everyone for joining us. And if you're unable, if you know someone who was unable and a little bit heartbroken not to have joined us today, don't worry, they can certainly view this later. I'm going to just do a quick status check and I'll be right back and we'll start the show. Okay, wonderful news. Some imperative guests are on. Sonya, your grandparents are on. Don't worry. I know you guys can't see Sonya yet, but your grandparents have joined. And so nothing else on the planet matters. Sonya's grandparents and her parents are here. And so we are officially ready to go. So welcome again, everybody who's joining us live via our Zoom link or Facebook. My name is Tara Wilson-Jones. I'm the Vice President of Marketing and Communications for Make-A-Wish Atlantic. We're so thrilled to have every single person who's joining us today be part of this amazing wish and to learn more about an incredible young lady, Sonya. In addition to everyone who's joining us to support this wish and be part of granting it, we have some outstanding community organizations who are represented as recipients of Sonya's generosity. You'll be learning more and hearing from them later, but I would just like to mention that we're joined by Feeding America, the NAACP Legal Defense Fund, GlobalGiving, the National Bail Fund Network, and Pediatric Oncology Support Team. If you aren't familiar with these organizations, I encourage you to learn more about them. They are community, integral to our community, and we're proud to be working with them on this wish. So before you get to meet our guest of honor, who should be appearing on screen now, along with these wonderful guests from the different organizations that are joining us today. Again, thank you for joining. And, you know, the whole world has been impacted and no one can hide from the realities of COVID-19. You know, our lives have been profoundly changed, impacted, and that's true for Make-A-Wish Mid-Atlantic. While the vast majority of our wishes have been impacted or put on hold, we're really proud to continue to safely grant the wishes that we can and keep hope alive. And this wish today is one of those wishes that, thanks to the willingness and the support of the organizations you see joining us here and our Make-A-Wish community supporters, we're able to make Sonya's wish come true and allow you all to be part of it. In the last several months, when I've learned about Sonya's wish and spent time chatting with her and getting to know her, beyond the evident piece of who she is, which is an incredibly impressive and generous human being, I will say that I've learned that she is incredibly warm, fun, very intelligent. She just finished her associate's degree, so we owe her congrats on that. But she's also brave beyond description. Diagnosed at 17 with cancer, she has endured treatment, surgery, and all the realities and tough pieces that come with that. And it takes a phenomenal human being to walk that journey. And then when presented with a gift, decide to give that gift away and help other people. She's not only inspirational, she's not only awe-inspiring, but I think she's teaching us a lot about what we can all do to take care of each other and be the people that the world needs. So I will not bore you with my words anymore. I will turn it over as my distinct honor and privilege to Wish Kid Sonya, who is also, for the record, now one of my personal heroes. So let's hear from Sonya.
Hi, everyone. Well, first of all, thank you all so much for coming here. It's just, this is all really just much more than I ever imagined a wish like this would be. And it means a lot that you're here to celebrate with me. And of course, thank you all for all the companies, for all the representatives from all the charities from Post, LDF, National Bail Fund, Feeding America, and GlobalGiving. And thank you most to Make-A-Wish for making this possible. This is all that I dreamed about, and I just can't believe it's actually happening. And so, while it's true that it was unfortunate for me to have been diagnosed, and while I could have used Wish for anything else, I decided that I thought to myself, if I didn't have the chance to do something for me with my wish, then I would rather do it for others. And so decided that I'm going to use a certain amount of money for Make-A-Wish and give to these 5 wonderful charities. And I'm just glad that I was able to do it. And with it, and for the charities, the reason behind it is that I want them to be relevant with current issues with COVID-19, the Black Lives Matter epidemic. Those are some of the reasons I chose those certain events, not events, organizations, but also to help support an organization that was connected to the fight against all types of cancer, especially with children's, and that led me to the charities that we have today.
Great. Well, Sonya, I tell you every time we chat, you're an inspiration. I think Jen is gonna switch us so that we can see everybody again. Sonya, hearing straight from you what you were, how you were inspired and how you chose these organizations to benefit from the gift of your wish. As you mentioned, you could have decided to use your wish for any number of things, but you decided to make the world a better place. And I think that each of these organizations agree. And I know everyone who's joining us live would say to you that not only are you giving to these organizations and will be serving the constituents and the people and the clients that benefit from their work, but you're, again, inspiring all of us. And your wish is doing what we always hope wishes will do, which is bring communities together. And we know that when your wish is granted, it doesn't just impact you. So You're giving upon giving upon giving, and we're so appreciative of that. So we would love to be able to hear now from the different organizations that you selected. I know that they'll introduce, each of them will introduce themselves, tell us their position with the organization, a little bit about what they do and what this gift means to each of them. So let's start by inviting Claire from Feeding America to kick us off with the first remarks.
The very first word that comes to mind for me, Sonya, is wow. There's so many more, though. Amazing, sensational, awe-inspiring. Wow, Sonya, wow. My name's Claire Babineau-Fontenot, and it's my great privilege to serve as CEO of Feeding America. And in this capacity, I have the opportunity to work to help people who are struggling with the most basic and fundamental of human needs, which is food. Around the United States, with 200 food banks, 60,000 partners, we serve over 4 billion meals a year in regular times. This year, since the pandemic, we've already provided over 1.7 or so billion meals. I mean, it's really extraordinary that I get to do this work. And what makes it, I gotta tell you, I can't express in words what it means, that among my great privileges is that I get to say thank you to people like you. Now, I happen to believe there probably is not another quite like you, Sonya. But oh my goodness, I want to make two points before I close, because I know all of us want to spend time thanking you. Well, one of them is that right now I'm actually in Missouri, and I've been visiting food banks, and they're out on the front lines in the middle of this pandemic. There is a hunger crisis that is also upon us as we address the health crisis and the racial justice, the fight for racial justice. And so these are the members of our organization who are out there providing food. So today I had the great fortune of talking to members of our team, and we were taking a while in the meeting and it was going long. And I said, wait, hold on, people. I don't think you understand. I've got to go because I get a chance to say thank you to this remarkable young woman by the name of Sonya. And when I shared with them what you were doing, and I explained to them that you thought among all the possibilities, all the things you could have done with this gift, that you would invest in their work, they were all brought to tears. So just this very day, you have served to inspire so many people who don't get a chance to participate on this call. Because of you and your gift, there are tens of millions of children in this country who struggle to have enough to eat. But I want you to understand there are kids who will go to bed with full bellies because of what you've done. Thank you. And then my final comment is actually for that mom and dad that you wanted to make sure were on this call, and those grandparents. One thing I knew when I heard about this remarkable gift and about what kind of incredible young woman you were, I knew that that was the result of remarkable investments from other incredible people. So I get to say thank you to you, Sonya, and I get to say thank you to your mom and to your dad and to your grandparents and to everybody who's participating on this Zoom, who love and support and are inspired by you. And you get to know that you are Shiro to Claire Babineau-Fontenot too. And I get to thank you not just on my own behalf, but on behalf of the tens of millions of people around this country who get to eat because of people like you. Thank you, Sonya. You rock, girl, you rock.
Thanks so much, Claire. I think you have kicked us off with some profound words that we all echo. So thank you so much for giving voice and for all the work you're doing with Feeding America. We know how busy you are, but thank you for making time for this incredible woman and the partnership that we've entered in together. So thank you so much. Next, we're lucky enough to be hearing from Renee, who is with the NAACP Legal Defense Fund.
Great. Good afternoon, everyone. I just really want to add to Claire's list of words to kick us off. And my word is specifically honored. I am so honored to be here, to be with you, Sonya, on behalf of the NAACP Legal Defense and Educational Fund, affectionately known as LDF. I am the Chief Development Officer, and over the past several months, in response to the wave of outpouring of support, specifically around racial justice issues, unarmed African Americans being taken at the hands of law enforcement, we have seen an outpouring of support. And a gift like this, specifically from a remarkable young woman such as yourself, truly means the most to us in this fight. We at LDF are so inspired by your selflessness and your desire to give back to your community and to your country. You are beyond courageous, and your courage encourages the entire legal community that we represent, but most importantly, the clients that we also represent. And that you have chosen to believe in LDF and stand with us at this time means the total world to us. And we are truly, truly humbled, and we're truly, truly grateful to have you in that fight. And that fight, as we now know, is more important and more critical than ever. So on behalf of my colleagues, our President and Director Counsel, Sherilyn Eiffel, our board, our clients, and our community, I just want to say that we promise to continue to work every day to make sure that we make you proud for selecting us to receive this wonderful wish. Thank you. We're humbled and we're honored.
Thank you so much, Renee. Really appreciate you joining us today. I'll be saying that to everyone. We know you are hard at work, like I mentioned with Claire, serving our community. So we're so incredibly grateful that you took the time and for all the work that you all are doing. So thank you for that. Next, we'll be hearing from Alex from GlobalGiving.
Good morning. Thank you again, Sonya. So I am Alex Garrier, the CEO of GlobalGiving, and it is one of the really special and great privileges of this role that I get to represent GlobalGiving at a time like this. And we've shared your generosity with our whole team. And I hope that I can convey even just a little bit of the excitement and the appreciation that you've generated on our team. It sort of sent our internal Slack message board a buzz. We shared your tweet with the video that you put out. It's a source of inspiration for them. I know that a bit I'm repeating what other folks have said, but it's also just true. And I'll say that personally, I'm just so impressed with the thoughtfulness of your gifts, of your selection, and the awareness that you've shown. You know, I'm not surprised in a way to hear that you have your associate's degree. I'm curious about what the other accomplishments that you have are. I'm sure that you have quite a few of them. It's just, what an example of how a person can create hope out of tragedy and make a difference. We are all being put upon by this environment, the pandemic, the tension on racial justice, and you've really turned that into hope and action and a difference. So for us at GlobalGiving, we have a global focus. There are many organizations around the world that are working to improve the lives of the people that they serve. They do that through focusing on hunger, health, education, and other needs. Many of these organizations are quite small and can sort of fly under and sometimes don't get the support that to maximize their difference. That is our focus. We try to fight for the little guy. We have a special focus on disaster relief. And wow, the world has been tested by a completely different kind of disaster, and we've seen it on the part of our partners. A new need for just a redoubled effort, and your gift is a part of that. Your gift goes to support that work, and lives are better because of it. You know, it's sort of that direct. And so that's what I'd like to convey, just the difference that it makes. Lives of the people and the team that's sort of working on this. And again, I am personally inspired by you. So thank you.
Thanks so much, Alex. Really appreciate those words. And, you know, I think a key theme, you brought up hope. And I know Sonya has some words of her own about hope, but I think we all know, and at Make-A-Wish, we say hope is essential. And I can't echo enough what you shared. And thank you again for all the work that you guys are doing to support the community. We admire and appreciate all that work. Next, we're going to hear from Rachel with the National Bail Fund Network. So Rachel.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rachel Ferran. I'm the organizing director with the National Bail Fund Network. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you, especially to Sonya. Thank you for your selflessness and generosity in deciding to use your wish to give to these 5 important community organizations. We at the National Bail Fund Network are so humbled, honored, and grateful to be included in your list. As folks may already know, the National Bail Fund Network is a network of over 60 community bail and bond funds across the country. We work to free folks from pretrial detention and immigration detention. We post bail for people who cannot afford to do so on their own, including most recently, and where I feel like Sonya, probably you heard about us, for folks who were arrested at recent uprisings for Black liberation and against white supremacy and police violence. So as our bail and bond funds ensure freedom for people on a daily basis, we also together work toward long-term systemic changes to eliminate wealth and race-based detention entirely. So Sonya, in the face of your own personal adversity and during a time when things are so hard and uncertain, you chose to give back to others. One of my mentors and heroes, Miriam Kaba, talks about hope as a discipline. Hope is a discipline. And so thanks for showing us what it means to practice hope, Sonya. You inspire us. And thank you for joining us in the fight for freedom and liberation. Likewise, we stand in solidarity with you and are so grateful to be included and to know you. So thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Rachel. Wonderful to have you. I know it sounds like I'm repeating myself, but I'm not. We're so grateful for the work that your organization is doing and for the time you've taken to step away and help us celebrate Sonya and her generosity. So thank you for all the work that you all are doing and for your time today. And last, but certainly not least, I'd like to introduce Barbara, who is not only representing the Pediatric Oncology Support Team, but she holds special regard in the Make-A-Wish world because she is part of Sonya's family. And so she is a special wish guest as well as representing an amazing organization. So let's hear from Barbara.
Thank you so much. Again, my name is Barbara, and I am the Community Engagement Manager for Pediatric Oncology Support Team. We're located in West Palm Beach, Florida, and we provide counseling and support to local families who have a child with cancer. As you can imagine, we have been so affected by the pandemic. Our kids, because they're fighting cancer, have a compromised immune system. So we have kids who are quarantined at the hospital and cannot leave because the hospital is the safest place for them. with them is one parent and only one parent. So since March, we have been providing lunches to the children and their parent who are quarantined at the hospital. Sonya, you are helping to make this happen. You are helping to provide lunches for these kids in the hospital. And we are so, so, so grateful for that. And I have got to say that I am so happy and proud that we're family. Thank you, Sonya.
Thank you so much, Barbara. Again, our sincere thanks for the work that you're doing. All of these organizations, we're all in it together. We're so proud to be a small part, the facilitators of this generosity from Sonya, and so proud to be part of this day and this wish with all of you. So thank you so much. I also would like to reiterate that Sonya, you're getting a lot of love in the chat session, and I will certainly share those comments with you. So anybody who's watching, please feel free to share your thoughts. We will pass them along to Sonya. One I have to share in real time is that your dad is very proud of you. And I think that goes without saying. I mean, I've only known you a short time, and I'm so proud of you and I'm so inspired by you, but I had to shout that out. I know your dad's in the other room, and we'll chat with him later, but a shout out from your dad. I think this is the time where, Sonya, you've heard about this impact, this profound way that your one generous, amazing, outstanding decision has touched now every life on this call, and people you will never meet, people you will never know, who will never get to personally thank you, but who will be forever changed because you are such an amazing, inspirational, generous, I don't have the words, I'm gonna run out of them. I got a dictionary full of things I could say about you. So I know you have a few more remarks that you want to make, and I know I told you I wouldn't tell you at the beginning of the call how many people have joined us, but not to make you more nervous, but I'm going to tell you now that over the course of this call, we've had almost 200 people who are watching live, cheering you on and inspired by everything that you've done today. And so they're all listening, no pressure, but I know you have some stuff you want to say before we wrap up, so I'll turn it over to you.
Well, first of all, it's just, this call and this day has just been amazing. I cannot explain it in words. And of course with this call, the running theme is hope. And that's my ultimate goal with this list, is to inspire hope to these organizations and to others. And just gonna say this outright. I know that there will never be peace. Like, there probably could be like a temporary peace, but not like a permanent one. And I know that. And not everyone, not even me, is gonna make it disappear overnight. But just with the way the world is right now, I just want to give that hope to others, to show that there are people that want to make this world a better place, despite how bleak and unpromising it is now. But I want to show that we will get through, that together we will get through it. Like I am doing it with my cancer and many other patients like me. And it's just, well, all I want is just people to know that we can make a better world by means of understanding, and rather than just some of the world plagued by a fear of the unknown, like a pandemic or riots because of racial injustice. But just, I want everyone to know that everything will be fine in the end. We will get through this. And that once the fires of racial injustice, new life-threatening diseases, and unfortunate chronic illnesses have settled, I believe a new and changed world will rise. And with any luck, one with unity, some sort of peace, and above all, hope for the future.
Amazing. Every time I talk to you, I say amazing. I know everyone is saying this. I can't wait for you to read all these floods we're getting for you, Sonya. I can't say it better than you did. We are all in this together as all of you sit out there in your homes, and we try to endure through all the challenges that have been brought into our world through COVID-19, and all the ones that existed before and all the ones that will follow. Carry this act from this amazing woman forward with you, and know that we can do our part to change things, to be there for each other, and that people like Sonya are the next generation of our world. So I don't know, she's too young, I told her earlier, but Sonya for president and all that good stuff. So I will wrap up the program by once again commending this amazing young woman, thanking every one of our guests who joined us from these amazing organizations who are profoundly changing the course of lives and people in our community, and thanking each and every one of you who joined us today. Again, long-term Make-A-Wish supporters, people who have never joined us before but are now officially part of Granting a Wish. This is the essence of what we do, to provide hope, to bring community together, to certainly affect the life of each and every wish child who has faced and endured the unthinkable through the journey with their life-threatening medical condition. But also when you join and you support a wish child and you make a wish possible, you are granting a wish, and you're part of it. So thank you, Sonya, for giving us the excuse and the inspiration to come together and be part of something bigger than ourselves. To everyone who joined us, thank you for giving the gift of hope and the gift of a wish to Sonya. And as I teased her earlier, I'm going to steal her in a minute here because she has a full press junket that she needs to attend to. She's going to go and inspire some more people. But if you would like to learn more about Make-A-Wish, if you want to figure out a way to contact Sonya, any of these organizations, if you visit midatlantic.wish.org, you can find out ways to volunteer, ways to donate, and we will connect you with these organizations. And also, obviously, you can follow us on social media if that's more of your preference. I feel like from Sonya's face, you might be getting some cheers from her mom and dad there in the background. Sonya, last word. I always talk a lot. I'm just excited about you, but do you want to sign us off, and we'll tell everybody to have a great day?
Of course. So just again, thank you all, these 200 people that came in. It really means so much to me that just thank you. Thank you all so much. Thank you for all the organizations that could be here. Thank you to Make-A-Wish that made this all possible. Just completely overwhelmed, and I can't find the words enough. And to finish you all off with just remember that this will pass by. Just, we may not know when, but it will. And I hope with this, I hope with my wish that I'll be able to bring hope to this new world that we might wake up to.
Wonderful.
Coming.
Well, thank you, Sonya. Thank you, everyone else again. Please stay safe, take care of each other. And as Sonya told us, let's all hold on to hope. Take care, everybody.